It's just like it's too much. Like nobody sees our effort. It's like, oh, Angela just
No.
don't show up. I'm like, I what? Get out my face.
I be getting so jealous of people, and not jealous in like a anything that's really dirty. Like, we are where we are in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
But people that's like, I'll be feeling all good, waiting for my gold medal for coming to this open mic. And then I hear somebody say something like, okay, so like where we going next? I'm like, y'all just going to another one? Fuck y'all.
First of all, this is what I've always explained. People like, you're not even that old. No, I'm not. Okay. But
that old.
hey, listen, I'm pushing 40. I don't even care. But like, it's not even an age thing. I think people just fail to realize that when did you realize your parents weren't cool anymore? You realize that when they just couldn't hang or whatever. If I get drunk, I don't get to recover the next day. I don't get to sleep in. Okay. There have been times I'm actually throwing up in the toilet. And they're like, so mommy, what are you gonna eat for breakfast?
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care. They will hand you a towel and mimic everything that you do for them. Like Zoe, like, it's okay. So about breakfast.
Yeah.
Like,
they don't care.
I'm holding my tonsils in my hand.
My tonsils in my hand. And it's just like, but I'm saying this to you to say, I'm saying my mouth doesn't work in my brain either lately. Anyway, the pressure that you feel that's external, just let that be. Just let the external pressure be. The pressure that you put on yourself, throw that shit away. Throw it away. Because you don't need it. The world pressures us enough. You don't need it.
You're right.
First of all, we're mothers, okay? There are groups of moms that sit there and like to just be like, can't believe you just. I'm in a group of parents of kids with ADHD, right? Mm-hmm. And so everybody wants to heavily medicate their kids. That's your kid, drug them up. We do different. We find a herb, make it work. They was gonna put my child on stimulants, I give her coffee. Like it's a thing. So it's
diet and all that
diet,
stuff.
sleep, water, love, explaining things.
Yeah.
If the first thing you go to is meds, and I don't ever down people for doing it, I would never. But the moment I say natural remedies, they go, do you want your child to heal? Yes, I want my child to heal. But I also don't want my child to be a zombie half the damn time. So
it's either that or people do, like you said a little bit earlier, like, oh, like you must be, like crazy, like you think. But it's okay to stop and consider things. Like they made the vaccine for kids. I knew that was coming, but real talk, I'm waiting until the FDA, because all of this stuff is emergency. They just now did the approval for one of the ones that adults were getting.
First of all, like I said, I have 3 kids. My oldest is gonna be 10. Wow. She growing one. She's growing one boob. Okay, that's the one we got one coming. Now she gonna get the vaccine. The other one might not come out, and she gonna be a Cyclops City for the rest of her life. And do I want that? No.
Prepubescent, like children, like that. You just have to consider it, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with considering it. And it's annoying that vaccines have become the new like party affiliation. Like if you don't say like right away, or like you don't have like a picture of like your child getting stuck like November 5th at 4:13 and the vaccine became available at like 4:12, then it's like, what's wrong with you? Like, did you storm the Capitol too? And it's like, first of all, I'm Black. No, I did not do that shit. Second of all,
I'm Black.
I just want to wait. Right. I just want to wait and see. So Lance and I waited for ourselves, but with Zoe, even more so. Now, do I sometimes have the thought in the back of my head? Absolutely. Okay, so it's kind of wild that me and Lance both have the vaccine, so like we're protected and my child isn't. But then at the same time, she goes to a school where they have been hyper vigilant. Like they must have had, I think they had PTSD from virtual school, because they are like, we ain't never, like they Scarlett O'Hara with it. We ain't never going back. We ain't going virtual. So they take shit very seriously. When we had, before Lance contracted COVID and we went to the orientation, the guy was pretty much like, take pictures. This is the first and last time you will ever be inside of this building. Like, I haven't been inside of his classroom outside of when we had the orientation, because they were like, you will not be allowed to come in. If you're checking out, you have to have proof of vaccination or a negative test. I have a friend who was pregnant, like big pregnant, and was checking a child out. They did not let her inside. They kindly put a little chair like outside and like, we see you, but you're not coming in here. Like, they're serious. So while it aggravates me and I'm the educator, like, I want to see what's going on in there because I know stuff. I'm also glad that they're being how they are because she's consistently been negative outside of the time that Lance had. So I knew that they were going to make it a part of the things for school. Fine with it. But I want to wait until it's no longer an emergency dispersal. And yes, can the government make mistakes? Yes, but she did get her regular vaccinations and so did I. People are like, how can you get those? And you're not like, here's the difference. That shit is not new.
Right.
Most people who killed over from it, I probably wasn't born yet. Like, that shit didn't happen. I trust it. I'm a new mother. Anything you tell me that's gonna protect her, I'm doing it because I am crazy right now. Crazier than usual. So stick her because it wasn't nothing new. This is different. Yes, I know they've been doing the research, but shit happens. It happens. And they're literally counting on what we tell them to build up the profile of what the symptoms are. So we're, it's an experiment. And so, I don't want her to find out later on, like, oh, you can't have kids. Or if you do have kids, they're going to have dog ears. And to be like, I was just trying to protect you from the corona, baby. I'm sorry. Give me my grandpuppy. I mean.
Grandpuppy? You going to dock his ears? You going to dock his ears?
So I signed a little waiver, and I have to say, I did feel like, oh my God.
Yeah, I felt the same.
I feel like my children go to Country Day, and I follow Jenny McCarthy, and but at the same time, part of being a parent, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. This is my child. I am protecting her. And the minute Miss FDA says they've gone through all the procedures, and I'll go ahead and do it. They test every Tuesday at the school.
Yeah, my kids Thursday.
I don't have to make appointments at Walgreens all the way out in Miro because everything else is taken to try to go get her tested. It's very convenient that she goes right there to the nurse. Has she been cutting up? Yes. Does everybody know her? Yes. But hey.
I mean,
At least I'm not the one that's holding her down. But to get the little text and like, oh, I ain't have to go nowhere. This is
lovely. All right.
It's lovely.
So you're doing all that you can. What advice do you have for a woman who's not married, who don't have kids, who don't have none of this? What is your advice?
Just in general or just like right now?
Just in general. Oh.
Do not rush to have children. Don't rush to have children. I love my baby. We always feel like we have to say that. I love her. But you don't know the responsibility and the just the time, the bandwidth that you are giving up when you have a child. The good part about it is you love the little thing. So it's like you don't mind it. But see that I don't mind will be just a pattern for the rest of your life. And it's like, and you forget to like pour into yourself. So be selfish because I feel like if you are in the habit of caring for yourself, that thing that we do where we neglect ourselves, even while you might do it a little bit, you know what it is like to care for yourself. I had never cared for myself. So it's like, it's this other battle and it's this guilt, but do everything that you want to do. Now, on the practical side, if you know that you want children, I don't think there's anything wrong with going to the doctor and just having like a little, like there are things sometimes that they can spot that you didn't know because you wasn't trying to have kids yet. And then you find out, because that kind of stuff happens too. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with just getting like a little workup. Like if hey, I don't want to have them now, but because there's things that you can do. Like, you can throw them little niggas in a little freezer for a little while and looking like, not after they're born, before. They're all right. They're all right. And just, you can do that kind of stuff, but live your life. Just live your life and be comfortable with like, only caring about yourself, because when the children come, and if you got children along with a partner, that's that's pieces of you. If you're gonna do it right, you're supposed to give over pieces of you. So that is what I would say. And then you're not playing catch up like most of us, and especially like me. So
I think you're doing a wonderful job. I think you're awesome. I think you're beautiful. So I mean,
thank you.
Like I said, that internal pressure, you throw it away. So I got one more question and I'm gonna let you go because we gotta go. Okay. This podcast is called Women, Wives, and Moms. And for some of us, becoming a wife means being a wife to a husband, right? What would you say to a man such that he can be, everybody's not going to be like, I'm a God husband. Yes, I do everything. Mm-hmm. What is like some tips, a few things that you can give to like the fellas to be like, this is what we looking for?
Okay. What are we looking for? Be proactive. Like, don't wait for us to ask you. I'm not doing that women are from Venus thing where it's like, I just expect you to know what I'm thinking. No, I think that's very toxic and it's stupid and you need to speak up. I'm talking about in things where it isn't a mystery. Like, we both had a hand in bringing this child or these children into the world. So you know that it's bath time every night. You know that it's probably like gotta wash the nap time mat or all those little things that are small things, but like they need to be done. And maybe like your wife does it all the time, so it doesn't cross your mind. I totally understand that because we shoot ourselves in the foot. We do everything and then we want to help. So sometimes it is difficult to ask that because you're like, I'm just gonna do it because I've just been doing it anyway. Take note of like what it is that she's doing, write it down and just pick a thing to just do and just take off a plate. Like, and also think of it as your plate too. Cause even the best men, like we have awesome husbands.
Yes, we do.
When I find myself getting aggravated, I listen to other people and it's like, oh no, okay, no, I ain't, okay, no,
your man is garbage. Your man is garbage.
Yeah, like, I'm not ashamed to say sometimes I'll be like, let me go such and such. Oh yeah, that's right. This piece of shit. Okay, I'm doing good. All right. Like, I give my words of affirmation, but it'd be like to like buck myself up and remind myself. But you can have the best man and there's some things that they just think like, well, she got it because she always has it. And y'all get to like just sit down and like do what you're going to do. And you don't even feel the tug to do the other thing. And if anybody just came in the house, if society came into your house, they wouldn't even think anything of it. There would be no like, oh, well, where's your wife? Take one of those things off her plate or make it your thing on your plate. Or refer to it as our plate and just do it. And then it'll get her used to it too, because we really do forget / just don't ask because we're just used to being miserable. Or like taking it all on. And it is stupid, I know, but it's like we've all been indoctrinated and need to help us too. It isn't enough to just like, let me rub your feet before we get like, let me do, the foreplay stuff and then no. And yes, you cook, that's great, but like give her a bath, And I say that to say
comb hair.
Like, don't wait. Well, mine can't. No, I got that. That's all right.
No, like, it's too many of them. It's too many.
Yeah, see, no, now you have 3 heads. No, I got the one. Yeah, he would have to go ahead and watch a YouTube video if I had like more than one. But the main thing is sometimes when it's like, I'm glad that you're doing it when I ask, but sometimes it's like, but why did I have to ask? This isn't a new thing. It's like, take baths every night. Like that's what I'm saying. This isn't a thing where I just wanted you to, to just know. She cleans, we wash our ass every night. Like every night it happens. There's washing of something every night, every other night. Just do it. Just do it. And don't take our no for an answer unless it's combing hair and you've never done it before and you're not Ashley's husband. That's all I'll say. Ashley's husband got to comb hair. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, he gonna figure it out. He gonna figure it out.
Y'all, Ashley doesn't sound like a reverend. That's all I'm gonna say. He sound like a preacher. I will never forget. I was like, who in here? Who is that? He sounded like a straight preacher. Like I did.
You would know. You would know.
He sounded more like a preacher than my preacher dad. Like my dad would call him up and he sounded like a preacher. He sounds like what you think of. Like I really thought that I was like, Ashley, is she okay? She called her pastor for some counsel. Like, wait a minute, St. Croix, all right. He sounded like, well, Ashley, what I would implore you to do is think on these things. Whatsoever is righteous, whatsoever is good, whatsoever is pleasing to the Lord. But it was really just him being like, yeah, so y'all gonna go do a little shopping today? I was like, Ashley talking to a deep voice, man. He sound like a man of God, but them be the ones. Like, what's she doing? And you're like, this is my husband.
I got me a new sanctified sugar daddy. You know,
like,
get all that church
this is
money.
A twist to cheating. This was fun.
We needed this. Thank you so much, Nita Cherise. Y'all please check her out. She's everywhere at Nita Cherise. And I'm not going to say that because I don't know when this is on the air, and I will.
Don't.
You gonna see this in 2025 and be like, what the hell is this?